the Daily Luz. So I came back to do a quick evening live, and I say came back because I was on here for the last night's live, and y'all gotta really check that one out. And then my mind is almost like on a time lapse. I think for 2 seconds, like I remembered I was just on here this afternoon, but then instantly forgot I was on here this afternoon. So I've been on here. This is now 3 record times in a 24-hour period. Okay, for the first time on YouTube Live, and I know if like you watch other spiritualists or readers or even maybe a constant content creator on here, you're like, what, girl? That's what I know. I'm getting my um lives up, so to speak. So help me with that, you guys, and so they can start really leaking into the algorithm and coming up on that live feed or whatever for you page or whatever like that for spiritual stuff. So do your girl a favor and like, share, follow, subscribe. Isis So De Luz here. Isis So De Luz as well on Facebook. It is TI period the period goddess on Instagram. I'm gonna be doing a quick I want to keep reiterating quick, reminding myself, y'all. I can't stop. I couldn't stop myself. I was about to say it a third time. So I'm going to be here doing a general collective reading. I did a card pull on that. We might pull some additional cards for clarification while we're in the reading. If you guys would like to ask me any tarot questions, somebody's thirsty. This keeps happening in the nighttime readings, I swear. But hold on, y'all, 2 seconds. Let me just grab this water because somebody is thirsty and it's making me thirsty. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Talk about like thirst. Like, oh my gosh, I just couldn't even talk just now. Somebody is really like, huh. And I thought this was last night's middle of the night, late night energy. I thought last night's middle of the night, late night energy, would say where it was at or be cleared out, which, I done cleared the cards several times today from my personal readings, the general collective readings. I've used different decks and stuff. And it's just like, obviously my personals aren't going this way because those are, everybody's personal lives are not, being touched on with confirmation spell work and or like a crazed ex or a third party or the fake in-laws, the ex-in-laws, your parents are crazy, your family's sick. Like, thank the Lord, right? Thank the Most High God that all of our personal readings aren't like that. But it has been a lot as far as the collective energy. So one, pushing more of my content out, to really expanding the YouTube algorithm and platform with Isis So De Luz's channel. Thank you so much for any new subscribers and or coming to check it out and be curious. If this, take what resonates from this message, leave what does not. Stick around for fun and entertainment. I consider myself a pretty funny girl. And or just to hang out and see what's going on. I understand trying something out, maybe a trial run. Now, while subscribing on my YouTube channel is currently free, I would say, if you don't want to hit that subscribe button, come check out a couple of my content, see if it suits you, see if it's something that you'd want to pop up when you open YouTube, okay? So enough with the admin stuff. If you, are on Facebook and you care to follow me on there, I do have more extensive amounts of content on there when it comes to like posts and pictures and different reels and etc. of my own personalized content outside of the shorts and stuff that are on here and my readings, because I don't think I started posting readings heavy on here until about 6 to 8 months ago, and it wasn't even heavy, it was like very sporadic. So now I'm making an active endeavor on here to post my readings from my lives from other platforms like via Facebook, Instagram. I haven't yet to do a TikTok live. And doing lives here for my Facebook subscribers. Okay, because I love you guys. And it's just been such a great amount of growth you don't understand. So green for growth, green for abundance, green for prosperity. So hopefully we're all in a beautiful open heart chakra frequency. I'm staring at my rose quartz as soon as I said that. Yeah, so maybe some of you guys that you know, are okay with having crystals. Some people are like against that, whatever, it's fine. But if it's your thing, you know, again, take what resonates with all parts of the message, leave what does not. But if crystals are something that you are exploring or you like already, confirmation, there's somebody that likes crystals. Just go ahead. My third eye is itching. These people are fucking crazy. Every time this happens that I get on here, it's like whatever. It's either karmics or cross watchers or whatever. And who cares? Let's just whatever. I'm fine. But yeah, so what you're gonna have to need to do is get some rose quartz maybe. And again, some people I just heard like, well, what's that gonna do to open up my heart? Like, listen, it's all about different frequencies, and when your chakras are really blocked, PSA announcement before we get into the reading. For any of my loves out there, any people that are new to spirituality, any people that are just like you're not even engaged in religion or spirituality, but you just want to feel aligned. You want to feel one with yourself. You want to feel like you know yourself. You want to feel like I just heard real. Maybe somebody doesn't feel real right now regarding this reading or regarding what I'm about to say in this PSA. But when you are blocked, and I can say this from experience, like blocked on almost every chakra level due to just confirmation, trauma, things that have happened, you know, double confirmation. You know, I'm definitely a subject matter expert on this, y'all. Free gems here, so catch them. I used any and all tools available to me that I was comfortable with, and that didn't, you know, honestly go against my moral code, right? So you gotta think about it. Like, I'm not saying you should use the methodology when you have blocked chakras or you're battling with anxiety, for instance, or mental health or whatever. You should just throw the gamut at it. You should throw the kitchen sink at it. You should try everything and see what works. Somebody doesn't like that I'm giving this advice. No, I don't give a fuck. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, for me, right? Let's keep this one. I want to give two examples for like my spiritual people. So we'll use my example, and people that are newcomers to spirituality or like don't really be in tune with it, but is in tune with growth, right? So in the spiritual reference and my personal reference, I didn't throw the kitchen sink at my healing, but I've always naturally been a super curious but yet super wise person. Like I've always known thugs. No, I said known thugs. Oh my god, maybe there's some thugs involved. There's some thugs, thug life people. Tupac, what's up, ancestors? I don't know. Maybe that's the ancestors popping through, and or maybe there were some thugs in this reading, y'all. But wouldn't know. But I was going to say, and I'm a spiritual gangster, but that's not what I meant. I started using crystals. I think that probably was the first thing. And crystals kind of like got me into spirituality. Like, not got me into it. I kind of was already like naturally curious about it. I loved like magical movies growing up. I always believed in magic to some degree. I used to like love all the like old school, even the 60s shows like Bewitched and I Dream of Genie and shit like that. But it's just more like, and I always liked everything about the light side of magic, like The Craft. I didn't dislike that movie, but when it came out in the 90s, I was young and I didn't like that movie. Like, it felt real dark to me and it felt like a horror movie to me instead of like, yeah, confirmation, instead of like a good witch movie. So I didn't really never watch no bad witch movies. Confirmation again, because I never resonated with like a bad witch or like the villainized witch in any like, whether it was a kid's Disney movie or like, yeah, I never resonated with that ever. So even as a kid, like I never have ever been a kid grew up that I liked the villain or anything. I always cheered for the underdog in every fucking movie. So it's like it was always in my character, I guess, to be that way. Like thinking back as far as I can remember. But y'all, you just gotta like stay a course to what makes you feel liberated. So confirmation. So I was on Amazon when I was like just starting my journey, and I think it was like right before I had my son or right after. And I had got one spiritual book at that point, or two, I think. It was Abraham Hicks. Yeah, it was two. It was Abraham Hicks, one of the books for Esther and Jerry Hicks or whatever. And then it was I had this Keep Calm and Carry On book, which kind of isn't labeled or you would think of as like a spiritual book. It's more like a coffee table book with different quotes in it. But there's a lot of different quotes about religion and spirituality, as well as like finances and stuff like that, that are actually really great advice that I use sometimes in my posts and my readings. And then like the official second spiritual book I got was The Survival's Guide to an Empath by Judith Orloff. And it was absolutely like, it saved my life. Like, I make posts about that book all the time. I recommend it to anybody who feels as though they are overly empathic or they may be an empath. I don't know. I'm sure it's available like online copies and stuff like that. But I'm such a like an old school soul. Like, I love the library. I love the way books smell. I love like paperback books and hard books and pretty books, and like I can't wait till I get my like castle house and I'll have like libraries and shelves. I can't wait to buy just boxes of books. But yes, I love books. But so yeah, y'all. It's just it's the thing that I started with the spiritual books, and then the Empath Survival Guide. There were so many different chapters that I just wasn't ready to formally digest when I first read it, that I kind of segmented it and took chapters like that where I kind of was starting at in my part of the journey and things I wanted to know. I wanted to focus on my healing first and foremost. And it took a while for things to stick from the lessons that were in that book, but thank God eventually they did, right? And once they did stick and things were going well, it kind of led me to be more curious about other things that I saw in that book. Then I would Google certain things, and then crystals came about. Now, I always liked crystals. Like, I always liked the science store when I was younger in the National Geographics, and I would get those as presents for Christmas a lot. Because, like, I was a big science head as a kid. And I always loved, like, the crystal rocks and the gem kits and stuff. So I didn't know like they carried energies and frequencies, and like I always was into the planets and the stars and the solar system, but I didn't know there was like all these different planets and galaxies around us, and all these different things that I know now. But it all makes sense to me now because I was so deeply enthralled in it. Like, I could stare at like a planetarium ceiling or whatever for like hours and never get bored, and count the stars and try to figure out what it was. Are you Orion's belt? Like, I was always looking for Orion's belt as a child. Like, I kind of know, I'm guided to know more about that now at 36. But like, as far back as I can remember, I don't even know how I heard Orion's belt, but I just always would look up and be looking for Orion's belt across the sky every time there was like stars and a pattern and whatever shit. But so it's like my life was already lined up to kind of be this way, I guess, right? But like some of us are. And some of us, that does segue to lose our passions and can slip into low vibrational things or karmic things or become karmic because we don't indulge our passions, and we leave our passions sometimes behind in our youth or behind because you feel like you have too much responsibility. And I'll be the first person to tell you that part of my spiritual journey was like re-finding my inner child and loving myself and learning what loving yourself correctly and adequately really feels like versus what I was doing before, which wasn't really actively loving myself. So it's like you got to understand, I think to overall start a journey of some sort, you really have to have a big picture of yourself and be ready to be real with yourself about what you want to change, what you're really ready to experience that's going to come with that change. Because sometimes people think because you change for the better or make a decision to change for the better, that the road is now automatically going to be easier. And it's not. It's not how it works. If only, right? Like, you wish, but I mean, God's like, well, what type of character development would that be? It's like, it's not always like the fact that you're nice, right? Let's just use that example. You can be nice every day, but are you nice even when others or the world is unkind? Are you nice when nobody's looking? Are you nice when it's not documented with a camera in your face? Are you nice when, you have your innermost thoughts and you scrolling through Instagram and you see people or people you don't know and they're celebrating something good? Do you really like congratulate them? Do you get jealous? Like, only you and God know your innermost thoughts. It's like all that type shit. Like, that's really being a nice person. Like, you're nice to your core. I don't mean like you smile when you come outside and passerbyers, you know how to be polite and mimic behavior. Hello, how's your day? No, I mean, anybody could walk past you and say that. I don't think that's definitive of you being mannerable, respectable, polite. Like serial killers have had high power jobs and were able to, you know, fool people for decades about what they did, you know, behind closed doors and shit. So it's like you got to understand that people are always, you know, either you got the paranoid people to the extreme or you have people that are just so fucking naive, Italian, gullible, it's stupid because they're like, oh, well, why would that person go to that extent to act like this or do like that? And it's like sometimes, you know, my dad used to tell me all the time that sometimes you don't have to know the fucking reason about why somebody's doing something. If what they're doing is like suggesting enough confusion or bringing about too much manipulation or bringing about basically confirmation and stress, chaos and strife to you, or bringing about just like he didn't say bad vibes. Like I don't even think bad vibes was something that was said before he passed like 11 years ago. So, but however the fuck he would have said it, but it was just like, and knowing him, he probably was like, yo, tell them to fuck off. Like my dad really was. He was the smartest motherfucker alive, but he wasn't somebody. He wasn't censored. Like you know, he know how to code switch. Like I get all that shit from him, but he definitely was a cursed person. He cursed a lot. And he was a hip hop head, so it's like, and he had a very fanciful way of talking and explaining shit too. So it's like, I don't know, I get that shit from him, but yeah. So it's just like you gotta really, really like know yourself, and that's when you can really start an awakening. That's when you can start on your journey. Anything else I'm hearing would be a false start. So a lot of this PSA, I'm sure, like it always be doing, because I ain't look at these cards like that. Confirmation are probably a lot according to what these cards say. So that might be a great thing for me because that means 1703 on the timer. Okay, that might mean that we could get through the cards, actual cards, really fast. Since I probably explained most of what's on these cards, so let's just deep dive into it already. And I'm here, so I'll check this, I'll look at it. So if you guys want to pop in and do like a question or ask me a question or whatever, it's the $5 a question via the live, or you know, I explained all that earlier. I really don't feel like going into it again, but yes, the cash app's down below, all that, yo. Let's just get into it because I slept, but y'all, I got off that live at like 2 a.m. So anyway, dirty cups, bad offers, only wanted you stuck, delayed, breadcrumbs, false, and empty. So maybe somebody is trying to make an offer to you, Divine Collective, and it's a dirty, like fishy offer I just heard, or Divine Masculine. Maybe somebody's trying to offer you a dirty, fishy cup. Maybe I just heard they're backdooring you because you're not accepting their offer, and so maybe there is a masculine that is used to be, so maybe your ex divine feminine, or take it as a resonates divine masculine. You have an ex that's trying to, or someone's trying to offer them a dirty cup, like a bad offer. And even like, let's just say the person was like, nah, I'm good, I don't want to fuck with you no more, whoever this person is talking to or talking about or whatever. They might have tried to breadcrumb the person at first just so that, like, they could, maybe, I heard, had an easier exit. And then, yeah, confirmation. And then, like, the person the person that they're trying to leave is trying to delay them, I think, from leaving. And maybe they're breadcrumbing them. Like, maybe the person they're leaving has something of theirs or gives them money or something. Confirmation. And then with the false being in green, hold up. The false being in green, but the rest of that is brown. I feel like maybe somebody's last name is green, maybe somebody's last name is brown. I just feel like green with the abundance, like maybe they're promising them money that they really don't have, or trying to make the grass look greener, but it's not, it's false, because it's really an empty offer. So it's your collective outranks them. It's your time, collective. Who gives a fuck how they feel? about it. Lilith energy. Okay, collective. So your chakras are all aligned with that very colorful card there, and the chakras and Lilith energy, masculine or feminine, divine masculine or almost bit my cheek. Somebody on me talking. So divine masculine, divine feminine. Oh, a karmic didn't like that, or somebody that y'all affiliated with wants you to care how they feel. I think they want you to care real bad. They want you. They're hurting. They're mad. I don't know if they're like maybe they were talking real fast, talking greasy about you, like your ex or maybe this third party or somebody, and they bit their tongue when they was talking about you. Because I like almost bit my cheek, but I stopped myself because I almost felt it. Like it was on. I don't know how to explain it, y'all, but it was part of the reading. Somebody bit a part of their mouth, or somebody got punched in the mouth, because I'm just seeing blood. So it might be somebody got busted lips. Somebody might got bites on their tongue from talking so fast and they bit their tongue while they was talking. That's what they get if they was talking about you, divine collective. God said, bite your damn tongue, bitch, or get popped in the mouth. I'm not supporting domestic violence. Damn sure not no dude hitting no bitch, but if this bitch, one, she sound and feel burly, and two, still not a reason, but two, I don't like. I just feel like a strong urge, and like I'm like she was egging this on. Like if this is a chick that got punched in her mouth, again, I'm not approving of that at all. I wouldn't be cool if that, even if that happened with an enemy. Like I saw an enemy that happened to be a chick, or not even. I don't really got no enemies, but like a bitch that got a problem with me that I could care less two f's about her life, right? And I see her get punched in the mouth. Now, depending on how crazy that dude look, I'm not about to run down on homie and say shit to him about it. I might quietly walk off and call dispatch, give a little, snitch, and a little, hey, somebody got punched in the mouth over here. But a bitch like that probably ain't even filing no report, and or if she is, she only filing it to probably blackmail the dude. That could be part of the reading. Confirmation. So she might be trying to make this masculine your ex, or possibly maybe even a new divine masculine that's coming into your life. I just heard that's trying to divorce his current. And maybe, so I don't even know. So for some of y'all, divine feminine, you don't even know this man or this couple. It's a chick that's pissed off about something that, yes, confirmation. For some of y'all, this is a new love interest that you haven't even met yet, but he's aware of you, and she might have caught him for somehow being aware of you or something. And for some of y'all, she may not know who you are at all, but she's trying to figure out who he interested in, just overall, because the relationship is dissipating. But for some of y'all, the relationship isn't dissipating because of y'all. And then you have an ex, I feel like, that's trying to act like he's dissipating a relationship for y'all, or he did dissipate a relationship, quote unquote, for y'all. But I feel like your ex is like a serial destroyer. So you get them how you get them, and keep them how you lose them, and all that other fly shit they be saying. So for all we know, this dude, the ex, he jumped ship from you and got with whoever this person is, or the past person, or whoever he with. But this chick feel like she got masculine, burly, just nutbag, nutty ass energy. Like nut filled, and I do mean in all the ways, okay? Like just, she'll slurp them up, gobble them up, do whatever, pathetic asshole. That, like, her energy is stank, quite literally. I can't stand channeling this type of energy. And like I tell karmic cross watchers all the time, if you want to get one here, take a shower, because it don't make no sense for you to be like, that should be a public offense for you to be out. Like you should be able to be ticketed and fined for smelling like that. That, like, it don't make no sense, ma'am. Like you, I feel like the stench of you coming through. I know you was in this because I smelled like, bitch. We talked about this. You follow me platform to platform, sir, and or stinky ma'am, or shim, whatever it is you are. Because at this point, your energy is so masculine, but lady mad or whatever. I don't know if you a man in feminine energy or a female in masculine energy. And at this point, that don't even matter, bitch. It don't even matter. Because collective don't give a fuck. Yes, this bitch is very upset. You don't care. Like, she's very upset. They feel hot about your Lilith energy. They real upset about it. So somebody was following a false prophet. This person is a demon. They might have given this person a false reading, or this person got a false reading, or like they made this reading I'm hearing fit their narrative, and or they went to like a false reader, like a demonic or dark reader. So a dark high priestess or an in reverse high priestess in the tarot. And they want to paint a narrative. They wanted, again, this destiny swap energy. Oh my god, that was in the other reading earlier. From check out the live from earlier this afternoon. So Destiny Swap energy, they want your story collective, and they want to swap their trashy energy with yours. Okay, so I don't know if a practitioner. Again, we had a whole thing about it earlier. This a piggyback probably part two off of that. So when I get off here, I'll probably part two it up. But this trashy bitch, this stinky trashy bitch, and she smell like trash. She smell like hot boiled water, like, and you put it in the trash bag, and it smell like hot boiling bacalao. It smell like boiled rotten eggs and trash. Like confirmation, the bitch is fucking filthy. This hoe. So even if your ex did fuck this bitch, and your ex is trying to come back or do want to come back or whatever may be going on in that shitty place, and that bitch is upset, she must surely know divine feminine confirmation. I am addressing you. Let me speak into the mic appropriately when I'm speaking, gorgeous queens and divine feminines. This Tweedledee, Tweedle dumbass bitch must surely be aware that divine feminine would never, ever fuck after your filthy fucking ass. Whoever you are, bitch, you're filth. You're sheer filth. This ain't even on someone. I'm not talking about Amber Rose or Kim K right now. I'm just using the reference of what was said and how many moons ago when that happened. What did Kim K tell Kanye? You gonna have to take 500 showers or some shit like that. Bitch, the filth on you, the diseases, it would have to be with that odor. And I'm not shaming anybody who has an illness that may be terminal or not. Maybe it just keeps reoccurring, bitch. But you have an odor and stench coming off of you that's smelling like dead fish, quite literally, dead on arrival with the Hunan. Okay? It don't make no sense to smell like that. Smelling like you done left some hot bacalao out for 5-10 days and you coming on my reading disrespecting my fucking nose. I done told you time and time again I'm about sick of you. So I told you keep coming on my shit and exposing yourself with your odors. I was going to tell everybody about your filthy stench. Now, collective, some of you have told your ex before, like whenever you saw, this was a while back, maybe either when you were still dealing with them or right after the breakup, or maybe you shared kids and they were doing a drop off, or y'all shared a home at one point. And it was like during the breakup when y'all was still around each other because I seen somebody go in and out the house. Collective, divine feminine, some of y'all a while back, right? And take what it resonate, leave what don't. If this for you, don't make it fit, you'll know. Some of y'all got a whiff of your ex. I wanted to say your divine masculine, so maybe this was your divine masculine and he fell from grace, or maybe y'all may have I don't know why you reunite anybody smelling like this, but listen, let me tell you something. He walked past you and you caught some of his wind, and you were like, "What is that?" Because this man, however long you was with him, and some of y'all was with him a really long ass time, this man never smelled when he was around you. He never stunk. Like, I don't know why it's so funny to me right now. Listen, y'all. I think because some of y'all said something about some of y'all said something about because I'm just I'm sorry. I'm seeing a man's face and he's like, and he looks so embarrassed, and because now thinking back on it, right? Like I feel like I'm y'all right now, saying like y'all is like, oh shit, so he knew what I smelled, because like he might have lied and told y'all like he had a hoagie and it was onions, or he said he didn't take a shower, he was at work one day. He said whatever he had said. Some of y'all, he might not even live with y'all, but he has to take a shower. Okay, so hardcore extra detail. Okay, listen. Okay, and when you because you were like, are you good? Some of y'all might have offered, like, gave the nigga a towel, like, oh, I don't know what that is, but that's not right. Like, however this y'all said it, y'all was like, you know what? I don't know what that's tart. It was more than tart, but maybe y'all just tried to spare the poor boy feelings and told him he was tart. But it was an odor of like, I don't know. I just wanted to say homeless, DOAPUSSY. I can that I heard fungus. Oh my lord. Hmm. Let's keep going because I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. We'll never get through this. Oh, I just rhymed. I cannot do. We'll never get through this, y'all. Too good. So one sided beef. Okay. So this smelly bitch decided to have one-sided beef with y'all collective or nigga, take it as a resume, masculine or feminine. So one-sided beef. So you set limits, Divine Collective. They are enraged about that. It's confirmation. It's always you versus you, Divine Collective. They want you worried about them. What I say, they mad as shit, biting their tongue, yelling and trying to curse you and shit. In the earlier card, what was that card that said, yeah, they mad because you don't give a fuck how they feel. So, it's, my God, this shit is hilarious to me. So it says undiagnosed clinical illness. So, some of y'all, some of y'all, some of y'all know who this bitch is, or I talked to this bitch, or some form of communication, or something was said. Some of y'all, some of y'all right now is busting out laughing like, is that bitch clinically insane? Something at some point, collectively, it was said out louder in your minds, or you was talking to your homegirl, or you said online, or you asked the bitch direct, live and direct. I just heard, the bitch, is you cool? Like, she got that bitch, is you cool ass energy, like, like, not even like you be scared of this bitch, but just more like, like, I can't even do it because this bitch is crazy. She is crazy. Like the type of crazy bitch that you see her sitting in the corner just talking to herself, doing weird. Like, I can't even express the level of weird. And then you're just like, hey, yo, like, yo, is she good? Is she cool? Maybe we should move over. Nah, she look like she might. We don't know what she about to do. Like that type of crazy bitch. Like, you out here looking crazy, okay? And you got the nerve to have a one-sided beef. Maybe Divine Collective setting limits with this one-sided beef confirmation you got is saving everybody involved. You feel me? You feel me? Because you gotta think about it, smelly girl, whoever you are, smelly girl. You know what I mean? Like, why you want to be with Divine Collective? They don't stink. They smell like milk and honey and bathe sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? They dress clean, well. Like, even if some Divine Collective members ain't fashionistas, they clothes, confirmation, clothes is clean. They smell good. They looking good. Ain't no better clothes than the skin you in. Skin clear. Scammy, is your skin clear? We had a karmic on here the other day, and her shit was turning black underneath from disease and spell work. Would you happen to be that part of that clique and crew, or the one affiliated with them? This one-sided beef girl, because this energy feels filthily familiar. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say for right now. All right, members cards. Do you? Hold on. Members cards. How do you mend a broken heart? A version of someone is dying, being your slash their own enemy wants the light, but do I hold it? So maybe your ex wants to mend their broken heart, the version that they loved of you, or the version that maybe you fell in love with them. I feel like it's both. The version you fell in love with them, I feel like y'all is like, it long since died, or maybe it never existed. Maybe this person was like an extreme catfish, who, in personality wise. The version of that they knew of you is dead, and they mourning that, grieving that, cause they put their head down and do their dirty deeds, looked up, and apparently, poof, VENMO, son of a bitch, is what I just heard. Like, you Houdini the shit. You was a different bitch or a different motherfucking man. And they was like, well, what the fuck, bitch? How do I get you back when I don't know who the fuck you are? That's what I'm heard very vividly. Like, how do I get you back if I don't even know who the fuck you are? Somebody actually saying that. So they want your light divine collective, and they said, but how do I hold on to it? How do I hold it? Once I get the light, what do I do with it? So you dealing with a dude that sounds like he's not processing his healing. Whether it's his achy breaky heart just came in my head, or whether it's confirmation, his own. That's red. That's a real red at the top. His inner root chakra, childhood healing. This man, he don't. Yeah, he might have slapped that crazy bitch. The way my hand. Yeah, he did double confirmation with that doing it again. That's not funny. We do not condone domestic violence, even if it's karmic on karmic, or ex-divine fall into karmic, or trying to get redivine to karmic Jezebelian gutter butt slut. We don't hit the gutter butt sluts. We just get away from them karmic masculine, okay? I approve that message. Just because we don't like the karmics don't mean we think you should be beating up on them. That's disrespectful. Alright? Don't do that. We all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and I came from a woman. Okay? Tupac said he don't give a fuck if you dislike that bitch or not. You shouldn't have never fucked with her. Okay? First off, fuck that bitch and the clique you claim. That's what just went off in my head. Listen, you should have chose a better bitch, he said. Confirmation. Don't get upset now and be boxing the bitch in her face, even if she is already ugly. It's not okay. They wanted you gone. See, I'm trying to tell the karmic masculine not to beat your ass. And you over here wanting me and other divine feminines going, you dusty karmic bitch whores. Y'all so rude. So they wanted you going, all because they hate their own life. Hoping, okay, you would end up hating yourself. Okay, and that would bring them joy. But now they getting hell, y'all. They getting hell. That's what they get to enjoy, some hell. Little slice of the devil's pie. So a lot of time wasted, trash can energy, lack, odor, debt, paranoia, deeply emotional, and fear. Didn't I tell y'all this person is stinky? So they were warned so many times they can't hide any longer in the moonlight. They want your stability. So maybe they want your stability. I heard intelligence and looks. They want it all. Reverse 10 of Cups. Paid to stop your happiness. They did what I say they did. Beauty spells, confidence spells, sex magic, family affair. So maybe your family helped with this. Maybe their family helped with this. Maybe they interfered with your family and made it an affair to remember. Because now they're reversed. They ain't very happy. They're the opposite of happy. A karmic child born that way, ages 0 to an adult. So this person could be an immature ass adult child with a low IQ, not tapped in at all, uses child's energy, monitoring spirits, and they were raised in darkness. Maybe the occult. Yeah. Nomad energy. What the fuck does that say? Not favored. But not positive. So nomad energy can be a positive thing, or like a ambiguous thing, I would say, but in this card it's saying it's not a positive thing. They are a grifter. Okay, so no good deeds, caution. Wonders, but with no plan or place to go. And they not favored. Feel like karma's following this nomad grifter around. Maybe they're a fire sign. The grifter's in red. But they're losing their divinity, or already have, but they could be an air sign, or air here is for justice. Life and death. Trigger. To all involved in this plot, directly or indirectly. They didn't use their third eye, their discernment, or their minds. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. I just heard so many lies told. Earthly energy, not earthy. So they're earthly, not earthy. Okay? So earthly, they're greedy, they're demons, they're false people, they're imbalanced, and they're invested in their ego. They're not earthy, which would be healthy, aligned, love, grounded. Collective, we rebuke that earthly bullshit. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, so we rebuke all of that. Last card, y'all. Wrapping this up. Think we had good time. Right before 40 minutes again. Did it again. Did it on them again. I swear to God. Oh, too good. All right, this weird bitch. We knew she was a weird bitch. We knew she was stanky. We knew she was weird. We knew she was playing in magic. We knew she had, definite prevalent odor. We just can't get away from that enough. She stinks. And she done made this man stink. I don't smell him as badly, though. So maybe this isn't the same karmic couple and or... Yeah, it said he was leaving her. I mean, he been dipped out on her and mentally, emotionally voided of the bitch anyway. Like, I don't mean like he might have still been dwelling with her or fucking her, had his, parts in her, but he never liked the girl too much. And if he did, it was spell work. So, I guess maybe they're having a real disconnection because it's all the glamour magic and the beauty spells to take the divine essence of children and divine ladies and whatever other type of twisted bullshit this weird cunt was doing. Because bitch, as the meme I put up on my shorts from Albert, I said Albert, maybe it's my name, first, middle, last, start with an A and or Albert. But I heard Fat Albert, maybe it's my big person. I love me a big boy, ain't nothing wrong with a big boy. But what was I about to say? No, where was I going with it? Oh, cunt. Yes, cunt. That short I put up from Abbott Elementary where she was just like, well, can I say a bad word? Say a bad word. And she was like, she is such a fucking cunt. And he was like, I thought you were going to say bitch. And she was like, no, a bitch could be a very fine dog. And she ain't that. Or no, she said this woman is not that. I'm saying she ain't that. Yeah, this bitch confirmation is a cunt. Okay, bitch ain't a strong enough word. So we're going to say this weird cunt. Okay, because bitch ain't strong enough for this fucking raggedy Ann asshole. Maybe somebody's name starts with the A, has Ann in their name or Anna. Jesus, let me get off of here. Okay, so this weird cunt thought she or he was Regina George looking ass. She thought she was a mean girl. I don't know how you gonna be a mean girl when you walk around stinking and shit. Regina George, when she was a mean girl, she didn't stink. Okay? At least not the first part of the movie. She did stink that one scene for something, but... So I guess either way, it correlates. She ended up stinking. Maybe you didn't stink at first. Maybe when Divine Masculine was a Divine Masculine and you were portraying as a fake Divine Feminine, you smelled good. But those days is over. God said he gonna put the stench on you for the rest of forever till the grave so everybody can smell you coming. Confirmation so they know to avoid your trifling ass. Because he about sick of you causing havoc amongst the good people. So this weird bitch, cunt, whore, okay, thought she/he, because this could be a man. I think this is a female though. That's masculine, strong jaw, looks like a man, but she's a lady. I heard, who's that lady? So, okay, so Regina George looking ass. They was cutthroat. Now they're in distress. So homegirl, this is the stupid girl from the other reading doing all that insurance scamming and fraud, and she like tried to either marry your ex in your name or get a life insurance policy in your name, tried to spiritually murder you, tried to spiritually send you suicide, working with his mama or your family or your ex friends or her friends or fucking the power of goddamn three, the cultists. This is that fucking dirty, smelly cunt. She been in and out these readings for months, trying to go cloaked and undetected. That last full moon, I mean, I had already seen you, girl. But them last full moon, oh, that took... I think everybody see it now. You don't even gotta be intuitive. You don't gotta have no gifts, nothing. Bitch just look at you and be like, oh. That's the expression I feel like everybody gives you when they look at you. It's just like, oh. They don't know whether to feel bad for you. They don't know whether to feel sad for you. They don't know whether to pray for you. I heard somebody said, why pray for her when she done prayed P-R-E-Y on so many other people. Damn, that's a shame. You know what word just stuck out on this card? Hell. You going to hell, girl. You going to have a hellified rest of your 3D experience. Then you going to have, I don't know what dimension that would be at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. There ain't gonna be no starting from the bottom, now we here. God said you had too many restarts. Ain't no start from the bottom, now we here, girl. You ain't gonna manifest. He said, don't suggest that silly bitch manifest a damn thing because that's over. She can't manifest. Y'all, my hair's done. Her smell came through and wiped my pins out of the wrong places with all this hair pulled to the front. But listen, y'all. God said this karmic bitch shall be a testimony and lesson to the severity of what happens when you keep meddling in people's business, especially divine business. And sadly, this man is caught up in the web of the bullshit. I feel like he's trying to get untangled, but she already bit him so many times. This is like a black widow that keeps like reincarnating her victims to make them dumber or something. Because you'd have to be a pure idiot to like. I mean, I would think that even like a slower person doesn't want stinky snatch, but who knows? She probably did some glamour magic, sex magic, throat magic, you know, all that. She might even, it said she paid men to love her. Yeah, I have a card that says that, but that's not the card that came out, but it was a similar card. But maybe that's relevant. So maybe she done paid people to love her. Who knows? Either way, this girl, time and the shine, her time in the sun, her time of manifestations coming true are over. The only manifestations that are coming true are the ones that she had so much ill, nasty intent on for the Divine Collective, doing all her graveyard dirt magic and booty spell jars and shit jars and burying men's underwear and preying on people's children. It's like, you know, those type of things add up karmic debt. And somebody gotta pay, girl. It's like God's, in case you didn't understand what's going on, little girl, God is like metaphorically leaving you with the tab, right? So like, let's just say karmic little bitch. And let's just imagine together, because this is the closest you'll get to real divinity, right? Let's just imagine. So let's imagine together we're at a table. And you seem like more of like a Denny's type of bitch, right? So we'll just for this example, we'll be at Denny's. So we're at Denny's. Okay, Waffle House would even be too good for you, girl. So we're going to say Denny's. So we at Denny's for you. No, don't dispute it, bitch. I know you're cross-watching. It's Denny's. So we're sitting at Denny's. And, you know, they bring your old cold eggs, you know, just like you. Old, cold, and your eggs are... So, anyway, we're all at the table. Divine Feminine's ex still loves her. Divine Feminine. Even the kids. All of them. Let's make it fun. Your parents, even the ones that were involved with your little spell work initially, we're all there. You're at the head of the table at Denny's. And God said, Anubis, darling. Anubis, darling. Special escort service. Make sure Horus and Shakamet are with you. This is her ceremony. She didn't know. Now, everybody, let's back up from the table. Because this is her table. Confirmation. This is the table she made. She's going to sit right here. By herself. Let's see what she made. So, we'll see how that tickles your fancy. Okay? Okay, sugar plum. Right, and if you try any weird stuff on this live, and when I get off here and check it, and I have to do a return to sender because you just have to be so far up Divine Feminine's ass that you could smell the fruit and berries that she consumed this morning. I'm going to do a return to sender that puts you on your ass this evening. So, I hope you didn't do any weird shit. I really hope. For you, I hope. Not for me, but for you. Okay? So, everybody have a blessed, beautiful evening. So, if you would like to book a personal or dive deeper into anything that was talked about or said this evening with the general collective message, go ahead and message me, email me, and let me know what's good. I love you guys. Until next time, which will be soon, that will be blessed, hopefully enough to be breathing great air, waking up, and having vitality. And I will be back on here with you guys sooner than later. I love you, my loves. Bye.